Hey guys, it's Amber. It's week 3, and I figured this week we could talk about meeting. Oh wait, this is Shane.
Hi.
This is my partner. I figured this week we could talk about meeting his friends and family. Um, we met. I met his family probably like a few weeks into dating, and it was really scary.
Probably after our first date, actual official first date.
Yeah, after our official first date. It was really scary though because I wasn't sure how his family would like take me. I thought they would think I was like weird or
No.
or that I wasn't being honest, that like I wasn't actually comfortable with it. I thought that they thought that I was like lying about it. Like I know that sounds like really paranoid, but I was worried that they wouldn't like accept the fact that like I have no issue with him being trans. So it was really nerve-wracking because your parents are kind of scary when you first meet them. I think that's with any relation.
Yeah, parents. When you first meet your partner's parents, it's always like that. So.
Like he would know.
Oh, I do know.
My parents weren't that scary.
Your dad was.
Yeah. My parents still don't know. And it's none of their business. None of my family knows. Actually, nobody knows. Just me and his friends.
Yeah, and my friends took it when they found out that I had a girlfriend. They were all happy for me and stuff and wanted to know who she was, so they Facebook stalked her. And then I introduced her in person, and they were all accepting of her and liked her a lot. So
yeah,
they approved.
But it was great because like I got to meet them and like see where like he came from, and it gave me a chance to really like get a feel for like how he was pre and post. I mean, not that he's any different. It's just what he looks like now, just a little bit different. But I was like nervous because I wasn't sure that I would ever be able to see like pictures of him pre anything. And when I first met his family, he's the one that brought it up, and he went upstairs and like brought down like a whole giant album of all these baby pictures, and it was like great because he's adopted. So I was able to see like pictures during the adoption process, and him growing up. Oh my god, he was so cute. He was so cute.
You call me the grumpy, fat, little Asian kid.
He was. He was so grumpy. He was so grumpy. Like you could tell he was not a happy child. I think it's because he knew from the beginning that this was like wasn't him. Because there's this picture of like him standing in like this adorable like pink coat, pink outfit, and he's sitting there like this. That's his face at like 2 or 3 years old. So.
What can I say? I was a grumpy little kid.
He's grumpy now too.
No, I'm not. She's lying.
But yeah, so happy belated Valentine's Day.
By one day.
By one day.
Sorry, didn't mean that.
No, it's okay. Well, we celebrated. It was fun. We went into the city and stuff, and he spoiled me.
I took her
to the same restaurant that we went on our first date.
Yep, in Harvard Square.
It was really cute. And he sent me flowers. He sent me my favorite flowers, stargazers and irises, because he's adorable like that. He just went all out.
Pretty much did. Yep, I'm such a gentleman, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm not. But, yeah, so, when I was introduced to her family, it was weird because her family, well, her dad especially doesn't like
interracial relationships.
Yeah, so seeing as we're interracial we're an interracial relationship. She doesn't even realize we are still, but since we are, her dad wasn't approving at first of our relationship. He kind of shrugged it off, thought it wasn't gonna work out, and stuff. But when I when I was introduced to him, when I went over to her house for what dinner was it? Was it just a family dinner?
Yeah, it was just family dinner.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything special.
Yeah. I introduced myself. No, the first time I met was with your Auntie Karen, wasn't it? I mean, Auntie Riri. Wasn't it?
No, you had... No, Grandma's spaghetti. That was your first dinner.
Oh.
Anyways, he came to my house.
Yeah.
No special dinner. Just regular dinner.
It was. But anyway, so yeah, I introduced myself. I said, "Hi, my name's Shane. Nice to meet you." I could tell that I was turning beet red. My ears were getting very hot because I was nervous that he wasn't gonna approve of me or anything. And I mean, at first he didn't really talk to me or kind of acknowledge me.
That's just my dad. He's pretty standoffish at first. He thought that I was doing this just to make him mad. Because he understands that, like, when you're in an interracial relationship, if you ever decide to, like, get married and have kids, if you have, you know, mixed children, it's sometimes not perceived that well, especially back when he was a kid. So, for him to have a daughter that's in an interracial relationship who previously had dated, you know, lots of different, just bad guys. I just was not into dating nice guys. And, so my dad just thought I was doing it to push his buttons. But after talking with him, my dad, like, they really bonded. They really got along. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
My mom loves him. She talks about him all the time. She wants to, like, date him. My mom's in love with you. I told my mom that he had sent me the Stargazers, and Mom's like, "Oh, I love Stargazers. I just love him more and more every time you talk about him." I'm like, "Great, why don't you date him?"
It's okay. I'd rather date you.
But it's good. Like, you know, as nervous as you are, like, if you're going to talk to your partner's parents, whether it be, you know, your partner that's transgender, or you're the transgender, you're going to talk to your partner's parents, whether they know or not, it's the same exact thing. It's not going to be any different, because with me, I'm, you know, the transgender's partner, and I met his family, who obviously knows about it. They were fine with it. It wasn't any different than meeting any other parent. If anything, they were more accepting. You know, I think it went well.
Yeah, it went well.
I mean,
they liked you.
I stayed over his house for like 2 weeks straight, so I think that went well.
During our winter break.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my parents, he has his own room at my house, so I don't know how that worked out. My dad's not like that. He invites Shane over to sleep over for weekends, like my dad does. Like, Dad, really?
Because with her exes, he wouldn't really do that.
Yeah, no, guys were not allowed to sleep over.
No.
But yeah, and then, you know, with him meeting my parents, even though they don't know, it's not any different. It's not like, I think as a transgender, you're more worried about, like, oh my god, are they gonna notice? Like, I'm gonna make sure my binder's really up, and, you know, my binder, you know, doesn't slip. I'll make sure I'm packing, you know, make sure that... I did. You know,
the first time I went over, I packed and I binded, and I made sure that I wore a shirt that wouldn't show off anything.
Like his tattoos, because my dad doesn't like tattoos.
That too.
Yeah, my parents are my dad's pretty conservative. But, I mean, but look at him now. He's fine. He doesn't even, like, need to pack when he goes to my house anymore. And he obviously does not need to bind, because, check it out, bitches. Top surgery done. Look at it.
Yeah.
Check it out. V-neck. Like, look at, nothing. Yeah. Oh my god. Like, hello. Fully healed, 6 weeks of recovery. It was great. Couldn't ask, honestly. You had, like, the best surgeon ever.
Yeah. Went to Guillermo in, like, a lot of people usually do when they go for their top surgery, because he is the best, and he's very nice, and his staff is very nice too. I really like them.
She could have gone.
She couldn't go though because she had to stay here for
family reasons.
Yeah, so she stayed, and I was glad she stayed too. Even though sometimes I wish she was there for me, but she actually wrote 10 letters for me for each day, pretty much to help me, prep up for surgery day, and get me all hyped up and stuff, and made me, I guess, contemplate and think about things before going in and after, and appreciating what I had before and then what I had after. And so it was a lot of stuff I didn't think I would have to do, but I did. And
yeah, it was a lot of like deep thinking, and like I wanted him to like really think about it. Like this was his time to like by himself to really think about things and have the time to do it. And I figured he should have the time to do it. I couldn't be there for him, so I was gonna, bust his balls anyways from letters, which I did, which he loved. That was, that was my way of being there, even though I couldn't be there. Yeah, I don't know. I guess sometimes I have my moments. But no, but if your partner does go into surgery and you can't be there, there was no way I could go. And I was devastated. I was so upset I couldn't go. I had everything, when we had started dating, he'd already had a surgery scheduled. We were only dating, a month when I found out.
Yeah.
So, and I had planned, and then all of a sudden, my family issues came up, so I couldn't go.
Mm-hmm.
But, you can, if your partner is going into surgery, you can still be there for them. They can call you right after surgery, pre, post, every day after, before the surgeries.
I called her before.
We talked several times a day. I know that seems like a lot, but he's going through a lot. He's, drugged up. He's healing.
Really
he's irritable. He was constipated. You're not a happy camper. And I'm not a happy camper either because we were in different states. So I couldn't even, see him.
Couldn't hug each other or anything.
And even after, it affected us after, the 6 weeks of recovery, we couldn't even, be together the way we usually be together. We couldn't, cuddle the way we used to. We couldn't hug the way we used to. So it was a big deal. But, I think that because if, you're in a relationship with someone who's transgender, things are going to be a lot different, and they're going to move a lot faster. So you have to be prepared for that. But it's not something you can't do. It's not oh my god, my boyfriend's getting surgery, and I'm never going to see him, and everything's different. No, it's... The way I explained it was, he was worried that I would, because I'm pan, he thought that I would just appreciate... He thought I would just appreciate his anatomy pre. He didn't think that I'd be able to appreciate it after. So, the way I described it, and he freaking makes fun of me all the time for it.
It's the most ridiculous comparison ever.
It's the easiest way I could do it, though. It's a car, alright? So, this is how I explained it. I have my favorite car. I love this car to death. Nothing wrong with it, it has flaws, but I love them, no matter what. And it's black. It's the color black. I love the color black. But I have to change it the color blue. I love the color blue. So it's just, I still love the color black, but I love the color blue too. So it's just, it's a change from one thing I love to the next. It's still the same exact car, just a different color. Which...
I'm not a car.
He's not a car, but I guess, for someone in my position who's never been,
in this
situation before, this was the easiest way I could describe it. And I admit it, that was an easy way for you to get it too. It was easy for him to understand how I felt.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to make sure that, always communicate with your partner. If you have any issues with, the way, like, if you feel like they're making you feel uncomfortable, or if, something they're doing is bothering you, or, you have an issue with them getting surgery, or anything, even if you think it's stupid, just bring it up. Because if you don't voice it, you're just going to hold it in, and it's going to make things worse in the end. I mean, like, with him, I always make sure I bring it up because I don't want him to think that I don't appreciate him for him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
We always
talk, communicate whenever something's on either one of our minds. So.
And it doesn't matter if it's a reoccurring issue. We just keep bringing it up until we solve the problem.
Yep. I feel like we got sidetracked with family and friends.
But I mean, it's all rolled in one.
Yeah.
For me, I mean, I just babble. But with friends and family, they're the friends and family of your transgender partner. They're probably gonna like you no matter what because you're accepting of your partner. So I mean, most likely they'll like you. So don't worry about it. It's nothing to get worked up about.
It's us that have to be worried.
No, they don't. Stop. As long as you're dating someone that's nice, don't even worry about it. And don't worry about, you thinking, oh my god, I'm not going to pass. Okay. Clearly you've been passing for how long? You're going to be fine. Shut up. Okay? I didn't even notice. I had no idea. When we used to hang out, I used to be like this. Oh, I'm going to lay my head on his chest. Never freaking even noticed.
She just thought I was very buff.
I thought he was like pecs and stuff. I mean, it felt flat to me. Flat.
Like it is now, of course.
You can't even tell. You cannot even tell. And, check out the Adam's apple. It's coming in more now that we're dating.
You can't really see it, I don't think, in this lighting. I don't think you can.
I can. But, yeah, I mean, it's there's a whole lot of stuff, but, if you know that you're willing to do it for the person, like, if you know you can invest your emotions like this, and you can really, like, do it, and you love the person, or, you're falling for, you're just, you can do it, do it. Shouldn't be an issue. I mean, I don't have an issue with it, and, I don't really like drama, but this isn't drama, this is just life.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. I mean, God, everyone has issues. I don't understand, like, everyone has a flaw. If his freaking flaw is him being transgender, why do I care? That doesn't bother me at all. That's not even like a flaw. That's not even a flaw. But, with me, I'm crazy. I'm impatient. I'm impulsive. I procrastinate. I'm lazy. I could give you a giant list of flaws. And his one flaw is so insignificant it's not even funny. So, for any of you transgenders out there that are looking for a partner, don't worry about whether they're gonna, like, accept you for being transgender or not. They're not gonna fucking care. If they're a good person, it's not even gonna faze them. Because, I mean, you're dating the person for the person, not for their, everyone has flaws. Everyone has flaws. It's just what you're willing to be able to handle. And I know I can handle his flaw. But yeah. So, I want to hear what you guys have to say. I want to hear, like, topics you guys want to talk about, because I could just babble on about my own crap all day. Like,
She
please
really
leave comments, please. That would mean a lot to me. That way I know, what you guys think. That's the most important thing to me. I'm doing this for you guys. So leave comments, please, on any of my videos, and any questions, ask them. Like it, dislike it, show your appreciation, or show how much you hate me. Alright, I'll see you guys next Wednesday. Bye!